Hello everyone, welcome to Pub 506. My name is Finn Prager. I'm really excited to be teaching this class yet again. It's a real privilege and a pleasure to teach this class. There's a number of pieces to this class which I'll go over later on in this presentation. The three main things that you'll be doing are discussions, exercises, and a project. And so make sure you check out each of those elements within the syllabus and the schedule. I also want to encourage you to ask lots of questions. I'm always available on email and happy to answer questions quickly. In addition, we can set up a time to talk either over Zoom or over a call. I'm really happy to answer any questions. No question is too difficult or too easy, so please ask away. This class is really important in the MPA program because you bridge between other classes and the capstone. So I'd like to talk a bit about the capstone so that you've got an idea of where you're heading with that project. There are a few choices you need to make, and I encourage you to start thinking about what you will do for your capstone now. The earlier that you start thinking, the better prepared you'll be. The first choice is what topic you'll undertake. Now you could focus on an area of social or public policy. So that could be homelessness, that could be defense policy, environment, you choose. You might also want to look at a particular organization, maybe a police department, maybe the organization that you work for. So once you have your topic, then you're going to choose the capstone type. And as a consequence of the capstone type, you'll pick the particular methods and data that you will use. So there are three capstone types. One is policy analysis. We'll do a little bit on policy analysis in this class. Hopefully, if you took Pub 500 from me, you'll recall a project that we did based on the policy analysis approach. Another way may have been through Pub 510 with Dr. Ray's son. You may have done some policy analysis. If you haven't, don't worry. There'll be ample opportunity to catch you up on those concepts. A second option is a research study. A research study will be based primarily on the statistical methods that we use in this class, i.e. multivariate regression analysis. A third option is organizational analysis, and for that you'll use a combination of either qualitative methods or mixed methods, and you would focus on an organization. You really need access to a particular organization to gather the appropriate data. A policy analysis does not need hard data. It could be secondary data from government or think tanks, or tertiary even from the literature. A research study, like the one that you would do for Pub 506 that we'll do through this class, you really need quantitative data in a particular structure, and we'll go over later in this class what that structure is. There's lots of data on this Blackboard site, so please check that out. One last thing to mention is that you will probably iterate through various different stages of your capstone project. I'm more than happy to answer questions on any stage of that process. So I'm going to finish this video by talking a little bit about policy analysis and multivariate regression analysis to explain how they fit into the course. So for policy analysis, this is based on Eugene Bardak's classic 8-fold path. And we're not going to cover each of those 8 steps here, although there will be videos which discuss each of them in depth. For this course, we'll cover problem definition. We'll include a literature review, which is important for any project, as well as some of the causal logic. And so that will be in your second project assignment. And then there'll also be elements of data collection and analysis, as well as write-up and recommendations. However, the most important element of this class is our exploration of regression analysis. There are many different names for this. We'll be calling it multiple regression analysis, multivariate analysis. It's also called econometrics in the economics field, and many other names too. So this course very much builds on the ideas that you started to explore in 504, especially as you looked at the chi-squared analysis towards the end of 504, we started to look at bivariate analysis. That means two variables and their relationship with each other, and especially correlation. Now we'll be extending that idea to have multiple variables, and the relationships between those multiple variables is explored through multivariate regression analysis. We'll be exploring the idea that you could have a correlation, but that doesn't necessarily mean causation. We'll also be applying these ideas through various exercises. You'll be practicing them in those exercises, and then a project. The project will require you to use data that you've collected either from the public domain or from the Blackboard site here, and use it to interpret and analyze the data that you have through your regression analysis. A final important step is that there are a lot of standards around regression analysis presentation of results. So please make sure to bear in mind that when you're both running your exercises and also in the project itself. I'm really looking forward to this class, and I hope we have a great time.